a little commissioner report, grade report. Sean's asked me to grade his predictions from week 4, and we're gonna take a look at how he's been doing in the past weeks. Week 2 and week 3, he didn't predict anybody in week 1, and see his accuracy and see if any of the stuff actually matters or if he's just pulling it out of thin air. So here we go. Sean's grading for week 4. Here we go. Sean, first game, he picked between Jake and Bake and Morelli Ravens. He picked Jake and Bake to win it with Manning killing it. Just Jake and Bake riding the Manning wave all the way, and that's exactly what I did pretty much. Manning put up 40 points, double Matt Stafford is Morelli's starting quarterback, and put up 129 points, tied for second most. And Sean started off well for the week, 1-0. Next game, Fluminati versus Team Vago. He has Brady not performing and a risky pick in Fluminati with Gronkowski, at the beginning of the season, who still hasn't played. And a good pickup in Julius Thomas, but Manny can throw all over the place. I mean, he doesn't. He likes to spread the ball out. So in the end, he has Fluminati as a favored team in terms of his players, but he's going to say they don't perform enough, and Team Vago will pull out with the win. And that's exactly what happened. I mean, though Brady had a good 27 points, his running backs only combined for 2 points. Julius Thomas only had 4 points. His second leading scorer was his defense, and a big week from Tony Gonzalez, Frank Gore, Tony Romo, and Seahawks D gave Team Vago the victory, 110 to 83. Sean starts off 2-0 with his predictions. Game number 3, the highest scoring game of week 4, Bellringers versus Team Sin City. He has Bellringers winning it with a strength at running back, and that's basically how Bellringers was going to win it. He just had better running backs, and they're gonna outperform Uncle Joe's running backs and just win it for him. That's the opposite of what happened. Aaron's quarterback dominated, and his running backs only combined for 12 points. Uncle Joe's running backs combined for 34 points. Des Bryant had a good game. His Titans defense against the Jets, Jets are looks like the old Jets right there. And Titans had 24 points. Jay Cutler had 23. Just basically solid all around from Team Sin City. And though Aaron put up a solid 110 points, which will usually get you the victory, Uncle Joe had one of those weeks where his team just was putting up huge numbers the entire week, 134 points. Sin City came out with the win, and Sean fell to 2-1 on the day. Champaign versus Vail, Colorado, 6-9 largemouth. He has Taste of Champagne winning it, and this one he has Kaepernick outscoring Roethlisberger because Vail, Colorado couldn't start Rodgers because Rodgers had a bye week. Though McCoy was doing strong, he's been doing so well this recently. The wide receivers at Joe will just dominate, and because Joe does have some good receivers, Carson and AJ Green, so 2 top receivers in the NFL, and Joe will come out with the victory. And though Joe's receivers didn't necessarily perform, most of Vail, Colorado's team didn't perform. LaShawn McCoy only had 9, Bernard Pierce had 0, Kyle Rudolph had 0, and Ravens D only got 8. He didn't really get much from his team, and though Roethlisberger ended up with 2 points better than Kaepernick, Joe's got some pretty some solid scores, I guess, for most of his players. 19, 18, 19 from Kaepernick, Charles, and Le'Veon Bell, and finished with 94 points, 80. Sean advanced to 3-1 on the day. Next game, Elgin versus C-Mac Attack, another high-scoring game. Colin had the Thursday night game, in which he had Anquan Bolden play, and Anquan Bolden started off with what I believe was 15 points, So that was a good start. Drew Brees is, a better quarterback, better fantasy quarterback than RG3. The running backs and wide receivers, Sean predicted for Elgin to have the advantage. basically what ended up happening is Drew Brees threw for 4 touchdowns and 300 plus yards, putting up 47 points. And Colin got big numbers from Antonio Gates and Chief D. And Bill Elgin put up a very respectable 96 points with 20 from Demaryius Thomas and 20 from Matt Forte. Colin put up 129 with that Monday night, with Brees finishing off in the Monday night game, and came out with the win, 129-96. Sean fell to 3-2 on the day. The last pick of the Week 4 Commissioner Report was himself versus Las Cucarachas. Sean, I looked over Week 2 and Week 3 Commissioner Report, and you don't pick a winner in your games. You say, well, I don't know, it could be this, it could be that. You got to start. I know it's your own team, but you got to start giving a fair prediction. I mean, that's part of what the commissioner does. And even if it is, you think you're going to win every time, that's fine. Just give a prediction, okay? And this is the first week you actually did. You said Uncle Tom is 3-0. You know, he's starting off hot, and you don't think that you're going to stop him. That's all you said. And though he put up 90 points, 31 points from Matt Ryan and 17 from Marshawn Lynch, Sean, your team ended up performing. Victor Cruz had a big game, 25. AP had a huge game. Andrew Luck had a solid performance, and your team ended up putting 150 points. And you went against yourself here, and it actually came back to bite you as you came out with the win. So, Sean, you finished 3 for 3 in the day, 50%, which isn't that good. Kind of baseball, I guess it's really good. 500 batting average, but this isn't baseball. This is football. 3-3, that's 500. That's not very good. I went back and looked at your Week 2 and Week 3 commissioner reports. Week 2 and Week 3, you didn't pick yourself a winner, so there are only 5 games. Week 2, you did well. You did 4. Sean finished 4 wins, 1 loss for. It was 80% on the day, and Week 3 he was 3 wins, 2 losses, and that's 60% for you math majors out there. So overall, Sean finishes total with as of right now. I'm going to keep a running count throughout the year and see how accurate Sean actually is. So far he's got 10 wins and 6 losses, right? So he's 10 for 16, which I believe is like a 63% average right now. So, Sean, you're as of right now, your grade report is you got a D on the year. You're not very accurate, and the majority of the time, while the majority of the time you may be right, you're still getting most of a good amount wrong with a 60% total, 63% accuracy. So. We're gonna look at there's your commissioner report, grade report. We're just gonna look at the standings real quick. See who needs to start performing. We got in the Ferrari division, C Mac Attack, L Jim, and Bell Ringers. Close there. C Mac Attack and L Jim 2-2. Bell Ringers 1-3. Ford Pinto, Las Cucarachas, Team Boggle, and Fulluminati. Las Cucarachas started off hot. He's got the 3-1. Team Boggle 2-2. Fulluminati 1-3. He needs to start stepping up. This is when he's got to start performing if he wants to make a playoff run. We got Checker Cab, Team Sid City, Vail, Colorado, and Taste of Champagne. 2-2 all around the board. A very close division. It's gonna be a fight for that playoff spot. And Yugo division, we got me and Sean both at 3-1. Some of the high scorers in the league so far, and Morelli Raging Bulls 1-3. So right now we got some teams performing, some teams not performing, some teams lucking out, some teams taking hits, just taking teams who are performing every week. I mean, Uncle Joe's faced the most points allowed, and that's 447. That's just bad luck. There's nothing you can do about that. Well, Las Cucarachas, while some may say his team is questionable, not championship material, he's only allowed 324 points, which is the least in the league. And, while he's only put up 348, he hasn't faced that many points. So, I mean, that's the way to start off hot. So, as of right now, if we're based on the records right now, the projected bracket would be Jake and Bake versus Team Boggle in a 1 versus 8 seed, C-Mac Attack versus Lloyd Skyline in a 4 versus 5 seed, Team Sin City versus El Jim Youngest or Best in a 3 versus 6 seed, and Las Cucarachas versus Real Colorado Largemouth in a 2 vs 7 league. 2 vs 7 ranking. So there you have it. There are your Week 4 Commissioner Report grade reports. See you later.